right, guys. So a lot of the disassembly footage for the 6.7 got deleted. So what I'm going to do is just post the little bit I have, and I think we have everything of the reassembly. So I think from that you'll be able to get a good idea of what to do with your truck. I have no idea what happened. Somehow the files got converted to a different type of file and they can't be converted back. It's literally taking me like 6 months to try to sort through this, and finally I've just given up. But I apologize, but hopefully it still helps you guys with your truck. Hey guys, welcome back to hopefully what is the last part of the disassembly on the 6.7 blown head gasket truck. Last night I did skip ahead a little bit on you guys, but I had to get some progress made. So we pulled the head off in the last video, didn't find anything. Last night I just pulled the exhaust manifold, intake, rocker arm assemblies off this side, which is just the same exact thing as the other side. And then for the accessories on this one, just this is your secondary water pump, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4 10 mils. Get those loose, and then then we're ready to take the head off. I stopped last night because this one down here is trying to round off. So what I might do, I actually took it loose here, and you can actually pry this back. There's enough movement, and then you can see there's threads right there. I can thread this out and just pull this whole thing with the head. That way I don't get myself in a even worse situation. I don't know why it's trying to round. I might try a 3/8 socket on there. That way I don't have to disconnect these and make a mess, because I haven't drained this system yet, though I need to. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get my push rods out of there, back in the little template. I also pulled the lifters on the driver's side last night, and everything looks really good. So I got them lined up here where they came out. But here's the little holders I was talking about that they sit in. But look how big and beefy the wheel is on that thing. If you ever seen a 6.0, you'll know that these things are monstrous. And I'll take them out. Okay. So there's the other end. So that's actually cupped like these. I got my little template. See, the other end of the push rod's cupped, and it sits on the ball of the lifter. But these things are in fantastic shape. The cam looks good. So the only thing we're going to do is replace the lifter basket, which is this whole plastic. We're going to do all 8 of those, because it's old plastic that's been exposed to heat, and if this thing breaks apart, there's nothing holding that lifter from turning. So they're not expensive. We'll get those from Ford, replace them, reuse the lifters, no big deal. So let me go out here and finish trying to pull off the accessory drive, and what else? Oh, the only other thing you got to do, and if you have a EGR cooler, then no big deal, but underneath this plate, there's one 10mm bolt on the intake manifold. Here it is right here. Is that it right there? Yeah. So you can't see it. So if you're fighting to get the passenger side one off, that's why. There's one hiding under this plate. But if you have an EGR cooler, you already pulled that whole thing out, so no big deal.
All right, guys, let me get this apart. All right, so let me wipe this camera. Hold on. There we go. It's off. I know I didn't cover much in this section. We might end up combining this section with the other section. Here's the thing. I don't really see an issue. I don't know if I just haven't seen it yet or what. But see, I'm looking, the cooling is all around here, so I'm looking for where, and there's a possibility. I'm looking for, this is your fire ring, this section on the head gasket that seals your combustion and keeps it from getting into these cooling jackets. And we were getting pressure, and you can see, like on this would be, where am I? On the back, this is the back. So this is actually cylinder 8, well, 4. It's real clear where that ring was sealing. Yeah, that's just material from the gasket. This one, see right here, that's a coolant port. But nothing super, and definitely nothing on the gaskets. Here you can see the coolant ports again. So I'm trying to see if anything stands out where combustion was getting into those. I just don't see it. So now I'm a little worried about the heads themselves. Yeah, the cylinders look good, pistons look good. This side's got a little more wear on the, where's my light? I don't know if you can see that. It's got cross hatching, but that upper section's got a little more wear than the other side. There's a little spotting in there. These pistons, I don't know what that is that's burnt onto the top of them. I don't see anything devastating. Not to say that gasket wasn't blown somewhere right in here. I mean, all it would take, this one I was looking at, questionable. You know, that compression, if it's going right here, it doesn't take much. So, and then we'll pull the lifters on this side too, which is just this easy, just very gentle, as I say that. That one didn't come out, which is okay. Just get a magnet. Let's try one more. Oh, so close. All right. Well, I'm gonna pull those out and look at them. I don't think we're gonna find any lifter issues. Here's this one right here. So they seem to be in good shape. Everything looks good there. So let me get those out. You can see the cam down in there. It looks to be pretty good. I don't see any damage there. Well, guys, there it is. The 6.7 tore down, and I did check to make sure all the head studs would go in this side too before I pulled the head off. It's completely tore down, so now there'll be a little break in between because the heads are going to go to the machine shop unless he wants to just buy a set of heads for it. I don't know. I'll let him decide. And I'm gonna basically just inspect everything. I got to put a water pump on it. I'm not going to film that. I'm sure there's other videos out there, but yeah, I'm just going to have to rotate and check every cylinder wall. But I don't see, I don't know. I don't see, if there was a crack in a cylinder wall, we'd see damage to the piston rings, we'd see scoring in all the cylinder wall. Now some of the pistons are at the top, but I mean that'd be a much more catastrophic. The truck, well, no, that truck wouldn't run right. It'd have no compression right there, not enough. And the truck ran great, so we might have just had a really small protrusion in that head gasket, I guess the best word. So anyhow, the heads will go to the machine shop, or we'll get new ones. I already got the gasket set. I got to put a water pump on them. I do it now while everything's tore down. Get everything inspected, cleaned up. Oh, one other thing I want to show you guys is I was talking about that bolt down there, and that's in the secondary circuit water pump I couldn't get to. It was much easier. Where'd that go? That's cute. It was much easier to get to with taking the tensioner out of the way. Oh, okay. I'll find that. Taking the tensioner out of the way and taking that water pump pulley out of the way, I could get right to it. It wasn't rounded. I just didn't have a good bite on it. So, oh, you sucker. And then these head studs, guys, these head studs are on here so tight, and it's because they're torqued to yield. So, see that socket? See how it's not hexagonal anymore? That's an impact socket. Now this one was Harbor Freight. I have to switch through these, and yeah, Mac and Snap-ons last the longest, but like that Harbor Freight, and what brand is this? I had to run up and get this one, PT from like O'Reilly. I ate through both of those trying to get this passenger side head off. I mean, this one actually did worse than the Harbor Freight, than the Pittsburgh. It only lasted for a couple bolts, and I could feel the play in it. So you got to, when you're taking these bolts off, you've got to pay attention to your socket, because you'll round it right now, and if you round one of them, they are an absolute nightmare. I've seen them break, I've seen them round off. Let me see if I can tip this up. See how, can you see the scoring where that goes? Those bolts are in there so tight that it actually bites into the aluminum on the head. So that's why, and trust me, your arms are gonna hurt. So when you're taking these head studs out or putting them back in and torquing them, take your time, take a break, don't get frustrated, because if you strip it, screw it up, then it turns into a real freaking nightmare. So you have to take your time on these things. So, all right guys, well, I'll probably get all the disassembly videos posted, and then after that I'll bring you back and tell you what we decided with the heads, if they're machined or whatever, and we'll start reassembly. And please, like I said in every video, like, please subscribe, and throw a comment in there if you're doing this and you run into a little spot where you're having a hard time. Shoot me a comment. They come up on my phone. Sometimes I'm in, elbow deep in a truck like this, and I can't get to you right now, but I try to get back to you as soon as I can. In the past, I've been bad about it, but I've tried much harder here recently. So Thank you guys, and I'll see you on the other side of this deal.
So that's all I have of the disassembly. Um, Hopefully, there's some stuff in there to help you. And as I'm editing this, I'm realizing a little bit of the reassembly has been lost too. Things are all over the place, but um, one thing I don't know if it's in the reassembly or not. What actually turned out to be the problem was the heads were warped so bad that it was allowing combustion to go between that multi-layer gasket. So the gasket was not blown. The heads were warped. The machine shop was able to mill them, but we were at the final spec or the bottom spec of having to replace them. There were no cracks. There was no damage. Just extremely warped. And I've actually run into this since this video. I think this has been like a year now. That's how long I've been screwing with this and putting off. And I have a ton of new videos out there or in here, and I want to get those out. A lot's changed for the good. Just very busy, so I've been trying to save this video, but I'm at the point where, guys, I'm going to stick it out here, and I hope it can help you. If not, I'm sorry. But so that's the end of the disassembly, what I have of it. I'm going to do another one of the reassembly. Like I said, there might be some pieces missing in the beginning, but I think there's enough there to walk you through. And if you have this issue, and you disassemble the truck and you're not seeing a blown head gasket or an obvious issue, most of the time it's those aluminum heads have warped so bad that uh, it's blowing between that multi-layer metal gasket, and it's tuning, usually hot tuning, that causes that, from what I've seen. So, guys, thank you. Like I said about a year ago in the video, please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys very much. Thanks.